March 16th, Sunday, Luke 9:28 to 36. Today we have the familiar story of the Transfiguration of our Lord. The Transfiguration is not just a miraculous moment for Jesus, and not just a mountaintop experience for his three closest disciples. It is also a story that teaches us a great deal about who Jesus is. First, this story connects Jesus to the Old Testament, to Moses and Elijah, and to Mount Sinai, and to the Exodus. This is a critical story for that reason, because it shows us so clearly that Jesus is the fulfillment of the Old Testament promises. The second reason this is such an important story about Jesus that I want to highlight today is that this story shows us, even before Jesus' death and resurrection, that there is life after death. Moses and Elijah appearing to Jesus is not an accident. Their appearance teaches us something about the afterlife. Moses and Elijah have both been gone for centuries, but the way they left this earth was significant. Elijah had a very interesting death. He didn't actually die, but was taken in a chariot of fire straight to heaven. What about Moses? Well, Deuteronomy tells us that Moses did die, unlike Elijah. Moses died after speaking with God on the top of a mountain and after being shown the promised land. He would not be able to lead them there because of the sin he committed in the wilderness, but the Lord shows it to him. And then when he dies, the Lord himself buries this great man, but no one knows where. But he clearly dies with the Lord at his side. So Elijah's story tells us of heaven. But if only Elijah appeared to Jesus, we could say it was because he never died. Since Moses also appeared to Jesus, we can see that there is life even after we die. So, heaven, in other words, is real. And death does not end our relationship with God even before Jesus. Life after death is for real. And Moses and Elijah appearing in this story is proof of it. And then there is one more thing that this story teaches us about Jesus. This story shows us that Jesus is no ordinary person. He is more than a great prophet. He is more than the promised Messiah. As great as Moses and Elijah are, Jesus is greater. because Jesus is God's Son, the chosen one. And dear friends, the Transfiguration gives Peter, James, and John, and all of us a glimpse of what that means. They see Jesus, even if for just a moment, with His glory unveiled. And they share this experience with us. Wishing you a holy Sunday, Father Paul, CSSR from Kerala.